This is Cristy, and we are doing the journey to TEDx Wilmington. It is going to be a day packed with incredible minds. And these speakers are going to be taking the stage. There's about 26 of them happening on April 29th. Tickets are still available. And today I get to talk with another one of my favorites. I know I say it all the time, but my buddy George is joining us today. George Jones, how are you?
I'm doing incredible, Tia. Appreciate you having me on.
I appreciate you taking the time. You are a busy man, but I love that you made time to share with everyone. Um, Tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, and then I'm going to ask you about your journey to the Red Circle.
Okay, well, I'm a stay-at-home dad. Like most people know, I'm married. I got 3 kids. I'm an author of the best-selling book, The President Dad, nonprofit foundation, the President Dad Foundation. I am a former NFL running back.
Yeah, you
Uh,
are.
yes, I'm a former NFL running back. I'm a former Heisman Trophy candidate as well, and yeah, now I'm just a dad trying to help other dads.
I love that. I love your whole concept. I mean, you're such a brilliant athlete and human, and your soul is just incredible. So I love having any kind of conversations with you. And I think that is so important what you're doing, inspiring other fathers to be there and be present. It's incredible.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
is that what you're going to be talking about for your TEDx?
But yeah, the target audience will be dads, but also audience members who can, that it impact their kids as well.
All about the future, right? And the kids. I
Yes,
love that.
yes,
Yeah.
always.
So, what kind of impact? I know it's like, we get to be on that red circle and we get to talk to a live audience, which is incredible. But then
Mhm.
it's going to go out onto, the web, on the YouTube, and then you're going to be impacting the world. What kind of impact are you hoping the world takes from this?
Well, I hope that if one person learns something and takes something good from this, I've done my job. I hope that a lot of men who were feeling like me back, 2 or 3 years ago, who didn't think they were doing a good job as a father, hopefully they can have the encouragement, the humbleness, and the vulnerability to ask other men who they perceive as great fathers to ask them for help, just like I did.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's so inspiring because I mean you're a giant man, especially compared to me. You're a giant, and but to have that realization, it's about the kids, and then take that and be vulnerable to ask for help. I think that it's
Mhm.
a gorgeous thing that you did. And I love that you are giving the confidence to other men because we know there's a stereotype of where men have to be strong and protectors and all of that
Mhm.
stuff. And you're showing them that there's a side of all of that in being the dad. I
Oh
love
yes, for sure. Most dads are just like you said. They're protectors. They are the breadwinners, and most of them are not the nurturers. And I'm trying to change that stereotype where the male can be nurturers, and if the mother is the breadwinner, that's okay. They got to be able to accept that and make sure that they support their wife or partner in whatever they're doing.
That's incredible. George, you're amazing. You're always amazing. So
Yeah.
how are you? This is your first TED Talk. This is your first
Yes,
TEDx.
ma'am.
So how are you preparing for this?
Well, I'm getting help from a lot of people on my team. I'm getting help from my wife, Katie Ray Jones, who's the CEO of the National Domestic Violence Hotline. So I got a lot of people helping me. This is not me doing this. I'm getting a lot of help because I want to make sure I give the best possible job, do the best possible job, and have the best possible, speech, and give people hopefully some great information to take along with them that they can that it can help them.
I love that. Yes. And I think that's a theme that we're finding out with a lot of the speakers that I've talked to so far. It's really a village. We we've been preparing for this moment our whole lives, and it's all those things that have built up to this moment, and we can't do it alone. We have to, lean on some people, and I think that's wonderful. George, you are an inspiration always. Thank you.
I mean, again, Tia, just like I said earlier, especially as a male man, most people don't want to ask people for help because of the ego and all of those things like that. So for me, I take ego out of it. I don't worry about the ego. All I'm trying to do is by helping others and trying to be the best father and husband I can be for myself and my family. So whether I have to beg somebody or whatever it has to be, I'm going to ask for the help. They can either help me or they can say no. But at least if they say no, I can look myself in the mirror and say I tried.
Right. I have to ask you, were you always so courageous to ask for help, or was this something that you had to come to terms with at a certain point in time in your life?
I would say when I became a father, if I wasn't a father, I probably wouldn't ask for the help. But when I became a father, I needed and I had to ask for help because I didn't, like I said earlier, I didn't think I was doing a good enough job. And I wanted to make sure I do right by the boys to make sure I could be the best possible father I could be for them. I wanted to share, which is why
Right.
I ask everything. I mean, and again, Tia, I mean, again, I'm just trying to, you know, stop some of the stereotypes that are associated with males and make sure that most males can sit here and don't worry about, people saying that they're weak, that they are vulnerable and all that stuff. And, I try to teach that to the boys too about being able to express your feelings. If you're happy, you're sad, frustrated, you should be able to express your feelings and not have anybody to say anything about it.
That is so important. I talk about the same stuff. You have to be able to label that kind of stuff. It reduces stress in your world. But George, I'm just so impressed because everything that you're saying it's almost like once you remove the ego from yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about helping others, then you are able to be more vulnerable in becoming the best person that you possibly can be. And I love that. I love everything about it. Sarah,
Thank you,
you
ma'am. I
impress me.
appreciate it. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
it.
can't wait to hear your talk. I'm so excited. Now is this isn't your first time in Wilmington, is it? In Wilmington, Delaware? Have you been here before?
No, ma'am.
What? Okay, so what is the most exciting part? What are you looking forward to the most coming into Wilmington?
I just meeting everybody and sharing my passion. That's what I'm looking forward to meet all types of people from all different walks. Because there's going to be people that do a lot of different things, and hopefully, I learn some things through other people.
Right. Yeah.
And I
Well,
and I, and I hope to also. I'm sorry for cutting you off to hopefully make some friends and through some connections and things like that.
right. Yeah. And it is. It's a great place to make friends for life for sure. And I'm so excited because we're gonna actually meet face to face for the first time. We've talked many times, but this is gonna
Yeah.
be our first like talk. And dude, I'm just gonna give you and your wife just a giant hug. I'm gonna be like, so good to
I,
see you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate you.
We're at the point where I feel like not that we haven't seen each other face to face yet, but I just haven't seen you in a while. Like,
Yeah.
does that isn't that how it feels?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I am so looking forward to your journey to the red carpet. I'm going to put any links that you want to share down below, and I will make sure also to put the link for people to buy tickets to April 29th, TEDx Wilmington. It is going to be an amazing experience. So no matter what you're into, you're going to learn a whole lot that day. I mean, there's so many freaking brilliant minds going to be on that stage. So, looking forward to seeing you all there. George, I cannot wait to see you. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good rest of the week, Tia. And appreciate you inviting me and allowing me to share my word and the passion about what I like to do in life now.
Oh, thank you, George. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.